Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So today's lecture is entitled Ground Zero Transformation. That conjures up many things for me. And it causes me to go all the way back to when I was a kid and I was growing up. So I'd like for you, if you will, just allow yourselves to likewise let yourself go back to when you were a kid. If that means this moment, that's fine. We accept all the kids here. And remember how you were educated. The reason I'm saying that is because if you're like me, then you were certainly educated in a system that was designed to indoctrinate you into thinking and being a certain way. And if you notice it, it was a design that was to get everyone to be thinking basically the same way. Nice educational system, isn't it? I, as a kid, didn't respond too well. And maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But the point is that it affected all of us in the way that we think and the thoughts that we're inclined to entertain. Just like right now, if you were to jump into mass media, you're going to find that most of it is focusing on certain things to the exclusion of others, to get you to think certain ways and to stay within the parameters of certain ways of thinking. So, from that, sad to say but true, it still affected me. That I was caused to think and speak in certain ways of communicating that was basically on the surface. And yet there was another part of me that did not agree. Now, before we were ever born into this, the part of us who knew realized we had a plan to live out in this incarnation. And was always there available to us to guide us and help us in the journey. But the system that we were brought up in was designed to shut that down so that you would be more manageable. Okay, I want you to allow yourself to realize this part of you is present now as much as it ever has been. And it's capable of receiving from you and giving to you because, after all, it is you. And I'm speaking in terms of another language, another form of communication that really isn't limited to just those specific thought connections. If you've ever heard the whispering of your soul, you've heard it speak to you in ways that some people call intuition. It requires listening to in order for a communication to begin to occur within you. But one of the things that is necessary is that you begin to see thoughts for what they are. The mark of an educated mind is to be able to entertain thoughts without accepting them. Well, I thought they were supposed to be the same. If you think a thought, then you automatically accept it. But if you pay attention, you're going to find that if you can resist the impulse to claim each and every thought as yours, you'll come to a startling conclusion. And that is, you're the consciousness in which the thoughts appear and disappear. You're not the thoughts themselves. And most of the thoughts that pass through our consciousness don't even originate in us. I remember hearing from someone ask me the question, have you ever had an original thought? And it made me think, Jesus, have I? All the ones that I've been entertaining, did they actually originate in me? But then I hearkened back to times of real and genuine inspiration, and I realized there was a genuine thought. Not that I can ever lay claim to originating anything, but rather that I have listened to my soul and gone beyond the surface and began to hear my intuition speak to me. And as I did, it brought me to other selections that resonated with who I am or who I am becoming. Instead of tying me down and locking me in to just the surface chatter that the majority of humanity is being programmed to hear and hear only. Because you see, if we allow certain thoughts to unhinge us, our lives are devoid of mental peace. Mental peace? Any of you ever experienced that? It's a fleeting thing. It's allowed me to adapt and adopt another way of living, and that is, I've always been crazy, but it's kept me from going insane. So I was very glad when they came out with a song that spoke what I was experiencing at the time. So here we are at a time when all the systems in the world are showing signs of collapsing. Yes! Because the ones that are collapsing are the ones that are founded on an inequality. They do not embrace humanity. They do not support people appreciating themselves for who they are. They do not teach parents to unlearn what they were taught and give their children the opportunity to develop themselves as they are and who they will become. We're at a time when these things are falling apart, and I say wonderful. It's wonderful, and also it's a challenge to us because we're reaching ground zero. And for any of us and all of us, when you reach that place where you see the things that you were depending upon no longer support you, they no longer reveal any significance, then you're at a place of saying, all right, well, what is it that does have significance? Eventually, the hope and also the design of it is to get you to a place to where you realize you are the sole authority in your life. Within you lies all the solution to every problem and every question that will ever come up. You're the one that holds the power to your success in your life. When you find it in yourself, something really wonderful happens, and that is you gain a self-confidence that you were missing in your dependency upon others to do it for you. Sarah and I were just talking the other day about looking to someone else to take care of a situation for us that they had done for 40, 50 years. And now they, for whatever reason, decided to bow out and caused us to then look and see, well, what can we do here? And we discovered, well, by God, we can take care of this. And by God, we did. And because we did, we were able to look again and see that kind of dependency never leads to a genuine sense of well-being. Because you're always subject to someone else's, well, maybe see, maybe no. You're then able to come to a place and say, all right, I need to make some choices here. Ground zero. I need to come to better terms with me. And in coming to better terms with me, to look and see the thoughts that I have been thinking that are not supporting me becoming me. And now I get to choose to let them go. And I get to choose to create within the realm of thinking thoughts that truly do support me. That I feel good in myself about me being me. By the way, I use the word good. Please don't misunderstand me. There is no good nor bad, except thinking makes it so. For some of us, at some times, that just amps up the whole possibility realm. Because you look and you see how much time and energy you devote to this is wrong and this is right, when in reality, it's obviously allowed by Source to be. And it's a matter of our choosing what's a match for who we are, instead of downgrading ourselves and choosing something else just because it seems easier. Ground zero transformation. You'll probably engage in it for maybe the next couple of weeks or so. Or maybe the rest of this lifetime. Or you might even find that it just grabs your attention so much that it becomes a part of your theme for your next several lifetimes, because you become increasingly aware as a being of infinite abilities and presence. You've been here before. You'll be here again. And what's being offered up right now by Source is the opportunity for transformation. So we let go of the lesser than, and we begin to rise in consciousness and generate vibrations of love, trust, harmony, peace, gratitude, thanksgiving. And in so doing, we find we get the matching thoughts that go with the vibrations we're generating. Transformation at ground zero, that's for you to decide. Or you can go on and let others make your decisions for you. Yeah, you. But then you still have to live with them. That's the way it works. So vote for whomever you wish. Can I get a little humor here? Okay, so with that thought in mind, thank you. For more information about the Metaphysical Church of Enlightenment or the Rodin Foundation, please go to our website at www.rodin.org. If you have been inspired by the revelations shared in these podcasts, please donate to the Rodin Foundation's ongoing efforts to help others help themselves at www.rodin.org/donate.